It's my privilege to introduce our first speaker this morning to welcome the great state of Nevada. We welcome Clark County Commission Chairman Marilyn Kirkpatrick. Marilyn was elected to a 4-year term on the County Commission beginning in January of 2017 and was elected to serve as chairman last January 7th. But she first joined the commission in August of 2015 when she was appointed by Governor Brian Sandoval. Marilyn was first elected to the Nevada legislature in 2004 and served 5 regular and 7 special sessions in Carson County before the appointment. In 2013, she was elected Speaker of the Assembly. Marilyn is a boots-on-the-ground elected official choosing to spend time out of the office and in the field with constituents, often hosting community cleanups and helping create vegetable gardens at the schools in her area. Commissioner Kirkpatrick is a lifelong Nevadan who grew up in Clark County. Please join me in welcoming to the stage.
Thank you, and good morning. Oh no, you guys are in Vegas. You can do better on a Monday morning. Good morning. Okay, now I feel good. Either that or you came in early yesterday and you were out and about last night. But hopefully your experience so far has been great. I take a lot of pride in having 51 million people go through Clark County Airport every year. So this year we celebrated 50 million, December 15th. And by New Year's Eve, we had already 51.5 million that had gone through our community. So very important that we do things right and we make your experience well. For me, I'm personally glad to be here. You know, Jake is my friend for a long time, and anytime he asks me to do something, I always figure out how to make it work. But I am glad that all of you are here today, and I do want to talk about the importance of being boots on the ground. That is truly Nevada, right? Nevada, we say we're one state. We work well together. We agree to disagree. We have fights like brothers and sisters, but when it comes down to it, we work together to ensure that the majority of the residents in our state are doing better. For me, I am boots on the ground. I visited 22,000 houses last year just so I could walk in their front door, in their kitchen, and see what challenges that they face. That's just here in Clark County. But I serve as the Vice President of NACD, which represents the entire state. And I am super excited to be president because we have a great state and we're so diverse that we're gonna do some good stuff. So what I would say to all of you, if nothing else that you take away from this conference today, is to figure out how do you go back? Go back to your place, go back to your territory, your state, and how do you get everybody at the table? Whether they agree or disagree in the beginning, what I'll tell you, there's some common ground and you can get there. When I was the Speaker of the legislature, which by the way, I didn't sign up to do that. I kind of was pushed to do that at the last minute because the person running to be Speaker was so busy being Speaker he forgot to stay in his district. So I was giving him a hard time for that. But I embraced it. And having 17 counties across the state, you really have to think about everybody's interests. So some of the things that were key to me is folks in Clark County knew nothing about gardens. I was probably the only person that had a garden in at my house because most people said, oh, we just go to the store. And I'm like, oh no, we don't go to the store. Today, we have the largest student-run farmers markets in the country. And I'm super proud of that because kids today from kindergarten all the way through high school are learning that it takes science. You can't just grow anything. You can't just put it anywhere. They're learning that you have to put some work ethic into it. It's backbreaking work, so you got to get up, you got to stay on top of it. And what I'll tell you today is kids in our highest poverty areas are learning to eat vegetables they never tried before. Zion Methodist Church is great because not only did the state contribute to what they did, but Clark County and Cooperative Extension partnered to get them a veggie bus. So they now go out in the summertime to ensure kids are getting good vegetables. And they're eating things like kale salad, and they can grow all kinds of stuff in Clark County. But none of that would have happened if we didn't sit down at the table, work together, and try and find the common ground. I come from my husband's a big hunter, so we spend a lot of time on hunting stuff. Ducks Unlimited, I'm one of your biggest supporters. But then again, I sit on public lands committees. We're big OHV folks. And the first day that I walked into an OHV committee trying to help those folks get some recreation, they said, "What do you know about it?" I go, "Well, I happen to have a couple of those machines. I know the trails. I'm out there." And they said, "No, you can't possibly. You don't fit the type." And I said, "Well, let me just sit down at the table." Well, today, we are working in our public lands bill in Nevada to designate off-road vehicle areas forever so that people can keep that recreation and people can experience the outdoors, because healthy families today need to get outside a little bit more. So on behalf of Clark County, I really want to say thank you to coming to my great state. Plus, you guys should get kudos. You said Nevada right at least 4 times already. This is a big deal here. Even the NFL, I had to bust their chops about saying Nevada. I'm like, what, did you practice or what? So we at the County Commission made him practice. Even though he was the president of the NFL, we made him practice 3 times before we could go on with his presentation. So enjoy your time here. Get outdoors. Within 1 hour from here, you can see grazing, you can see gardens, you can see beautiful mountains, you can see the Hoover Dam, you can go skiing in the water or in the snow. So we're very fortunate. Please take time. We have a great state, and really, I welcome you and hope that you'll spend this time figuring out how to engage others, because the more that we can do on the county level, the more that we can do on the city level, because locally we know what's best when it comes to managing and working our lands. We know we just have to work together to get that legislation, then go on to Congress. So you can do it, we can do it if we all work together. So thank you.